But now it's okay. Now, yeah, we can try. So,
Thank you.
thank you. Sorry.
Mr. Cheng, can you still hear me clearly?
Yeah. Now it's okay.
Okay. We will now watch once again the profile video of the Research Center for Prehistoric and Historical Archaeology BRIN.
Yeah. We are also very honored to be here to share our progress and our research with everyone. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cheng.
Memperkenalkan, Pusat Riset Arkeologi Prasejarah dan Sejarah. Pusat riset ini didirikan pada tahun 2022 sebagai bagian dari Organisasi Riset Arkeologi, Bahasa, dan Sastra, Badan Riset dan Inovasi Nasional. Pusat Riset Arkeologi Prasejarah dan Sejarah melaksanakan penelitian dasar untuk memproduksi pengetahuan tentang sejarah kebudayaan, cara hidup manusia, dan perubahan kebudayaan masa lampau bangsa sebagai fondasi karakter, identitas, serta aset pemajuan kebudayaan sekaligus modal dalam diplomasi di tingkat regional dan internasional. Terdapat 3 prioritas dan isu strategis yang dijadikan sebagai sasaran yaitu 1. Rekonstruksi akar identitas yang meliputi rekonstruksi ciri fisik dan evolusi manusia, budaya, serta lingkungan masa lalu. 2. Rekonstruksi jejak multikulturalisme yang meliputi rekonstruksi silang budaya, mengungkap jejak migrasi, interaksi manusia, kebiasaan hidup, dan diaspora Austronesia berdasarkan peninggalan budaya material. 3. Rekonstruksi transformasi peradaban yang meliputi rekonstruksi perubahan kebudayaan dari masa prasejarah sampai masa sejarah hingga postkolonial yang berkaitan dengan aspek teknologi, permukiman kuno dan perkotaan, institusi klasik, prasasti, perdagangan, pelayaran, religi, literasi, tradisi, hingga gaya seni dan kreativitas moyang. Di pusat riset ini terdapat 6 kelompok riset yaitu 1. Kelompok riset budaya Pleistose-Holosen, dengan rentang masa akhir zaman es ketika permukaan air laut turun sehingga menyisakan bukti migrasi manusia dan fauna purba, sampai dengan munculnya Homo sapiens dan budayanya. 2. Kelompok riset Austronesia yang merupakan masa transisi kebudayaan, terjadinya diaspora penutur bahasa Austronesia yang pengaruhnya jauh masuk sampai ke masa sejarah, bahkan menjadi fondasi keindonesiaan. 3. Kelompok riset peradaban masa Hindu-Buddha yang ditandai dengan munculnya tulisan, berkembangnya perdagangan, religi, kesenian, permukiman, dan pusat-pusat kerajaan yang bercorak Hindu-Buddha. 4. Kelompok riset epigrafi, mengkhususkan kajian pada sumber tertulis terutama prasasti yang berbahan batu, logam, tulang, tanah liat, maupun kayu, dan naskah untuk merekonstruksi sejarah Indonesia kuno. 5. kelompok riset peradaban Islam yang ditandai dengan tinggalan material yang bercorak Islam. Tinggalan khas pada masa ini antara lain masjid, makam, istana, taman, serta tata perkotaan. Bangunan tradisional juga sering menjadi kajian pusat riset ini, karena umumnya berkembang bersamaan dengan periode Islam, atau dihasilkan oleh masyarakat Islam. 6. Kelompok riset arkeologi kolonial postkolonial, memiliki cakupan rentang masa pengaruh budaya Eropa di Indonesia terutama berkaitan dengan arsitektur, perkotaan, militer, adat, akulturasi, dan industri modern sampai saat ini. Tinggalan arkeologi kolonial dan postkolonial juga mencakup artefak masa pendudukan Jepang, sampai dengan zaman kemerdekaan Republik Indonesia. Bersama 6 kelompok riset yang tergabung dalam Pusat Riset Arkeologi Prasejarah dan Sejarah, mari kita wujudkan kolaborasi riset multidisiplin. Dalam rangka memahami asal-usul peradaban, dan memaknai Bhinneka Tunggal Ika sebagai identitas nasional melalui disiplin ilmu arkeologi, untuk Indonesia.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we hear our speaker's presentation, we will hear a few remarks and also introduction. The first is I would like to invite Bapak Dr. Heri Jogaswara, Head of the Research Organization for Archaeology, Language, and Literature BRIN, to deliver his welcoming remarks. Bapak Heri, the time is yours, Bapak Heri.
Oke, thank you for Mbak Radila Adwina. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sehat untuk kita semua. Selamat pagi. Very good morning for our colleague from Kunming Institute of Zoology, Chinese Academy of Sciences. And also, I think for Pak Irfan is attend or someone replace his position for temporary because he's now in Makkah. And then I think to all senior researcher and researcher in Research Center for Archaeology, Prehistory and History of BRIN. First of all, we are happy to have public lecture today with our colleague from Kunming Institute of Zoology, because I know every public lecture is the new inspiration for doing research. And I do hope this public lecture can give inspiration for researchers to do similar or try to maybe to have different kind of research based on experience colleague from Kunming Institute of Zoology. And I think this is very the due time because now we are preparing for very deep research related to archaeology of prehistoric. And also I heard the group of researchers from Kunming Institute already doing this short visit in Sumatra to get several information to do more deep research after this, yeah. Because I know for research on archaeology, I think nine days or 7 days is not enough, right? And I think your time now is only for preparation for research. And again, I think the cooperation between the Kunming Institute of Zoology with BRIN, especially with the Research Center for Archaeology, Prehistory, and History, I do hope not only related with research, yeah. Maybe we can exchange laboratory, yeah, sister laboratory or whatever name, yeah? Because BRIN has facility, yeah, for research related with the zoology, yeah. I don't know if the group already visit Cibinong, because in Cibinong we have colleague from Research Center for Applied Zoology, yeah, and also maybe you can see our collection related with the zoology in Cibinong, yeah, research from the archaeology of prehistory. Again, I think I hope this lecture will give new insight related research related with what is prehistory in Indonesia, and I hope the cooperation between BRIN and Kunming Institute of Zoology, I think, is more better for the near future. I think without further talk, I think this public lecture is formally open. Thank you and enjoy discussion.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you
So
so much, Bapak Heri, for your welcoming remarks. Next, I would like to invite Bapak Irfan Mahmud, Head of the Research Center for Prehistoric and Historical Archaeology BRIN, to deliver his remarks and also a little introduction to today's topic. Bapak Irfan, do you able to give your remark?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Fadila, moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, everybody. The Honorable Excellencies, Head of the Research Organization for Archaeology, Language and Literature, Bapak Heri Jugaswara. Honorable Excellencies, Professor Dr. Chiao Ming Chang and Dr. Yunu, thank you for your willingness to share your experience and knowledge with the Indonesian audience today. Respective senior scholars, researchers, academic, students, and all participants who I cannot mention individually. Pak Heri and Prof. Sang, first and foremost, let us express our gratitude to Almighty, good for His blessing and grace, which allow us to gather today in this important public lecture entitled China-Indonesian Archaeology Connectivity. The theme of today's lecture carries profound strategic significance. The relationship between China and Indonesia was established long before the emergence of written historical record. This connectivity is the result of a long and complex process that has unfolded over thousands of years. From this intensive historical trajectory, multidisciplinary archaeology studies provide many fascinating opportunity to explore the interconnected spirit of culture. One example is the Hobian culture tradition, which reached the Indonesian archipelago at least 12,000 years ago. In subsequent period, East Asia and Southeast Asia become connected once again through the migration of Austronesian-speaking population, who moved from southern China through Taiwan into the Indonesian archipelago and the wider Pacific region. The interaction continued to develop through the spread of Donsong culture influence, bronze metallurgy tradition, and various forms of megalithic culture, all of which demonstrate networks of knowledge exchange, technological transmission, and circulation of ideas across region. During later period, particularly in the classical era, relation between China and the Indonesian archipelago become increasingly intensive through maritime trade route linking major ports throughout Asia. The archaeological evidence of this connectivity is visible in numerous discoveries. Chinese ceramics and porcelain have been found at almost every major ancient port site across the Indonesian archipelago, from Sumatra, Jawa, Kalimantan to Maluku. Ladies and gentlemen, in the region's sphere, we find evidence of exchange in idea, culture, practice that contribute to the development religion, tradition, and various forms of local cultural expression. Likewise, silk, textile, metal artifact, coins, ornament, production technology, and many other forms of material culture provide archaeological testimony to the long historical interaction between China and the Indonesian archipelago. During the colonial period, this connectivity continued through the migration of China's community, who made significant contributions to the economic, social, and cultural development of many regions of Indonesia. Many culture heritage traditions that remain visible today are the result countries of interaction and coexistence between local communities and China's population. Looking ahead, one of the most exciting area of future research lies in the integration of archaeological and genetic study to further uncover this long history of connectivity. The history is not merely a story of the past. It is a living heritage that continues to shape the identity, culture, and society of both Indonesia and China today. Therefore, understanding China-Indonesian connectivity means understanding the shared historical root that provide an important foundation for present and future cooperation. On this auspicious occasion, I would also like to express my highest appreciation and sincere gratitude to Professor Xingming Sang of the Kunming Institute of Zoology, Chinese Academy of Science, and Dr. Yun Wu of the Yunnan Provincial Institute of Cultural Relics and Archaeology for the goodwill, commitment, and effort in building bridges of academic cooperation between research institutes in China and Indonesia. We hope that today scientific gathering will serve as an important step toward stronger and longer-term collaboration in a variety of strategic areas, including archaeological research, human migration studies, population genetics, cultural heritage studies, cultural data, digitation, site conservation, human resource capacity development, research exchange program, and the field of science relevant to both Indonesia and China. May this forum foster productive exchange of ideas, strengthen academic network, and often broader opportunity for collaboration in advancing scientific knowledge and preserving our shared cultural heritage. Mr. Shang and Wu, finally, I wish all participants on fruitful and inspiring public lecture. May this event proceed smoothly and provide meaningful benefit to all of us. Thank you. I wish you all productive discussion. Terima kasih Pak Heri waktunya dan teman-teman semua. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Bapak Irfan, for your remarks and also introduction to today's topic. Before we begin the speaker's presentation, here in Indonesia it's still morning, so we still look fresh, and I would like to invite all participants for a group photo. Please turn on your cameras if possible. Bapak Ibu boleh dibuka kameranya. Kita akan foto bersama terlebih dahulu. And maybe the operator can help me to screen capture.
Okay, we have
I will count 1, 2, 3.
Kenapa? Nggak boleh. Seperti
one,
hal-hal tersebut itu
One,
proses penerjemahan.
one
Two,
slide,
Di
two.
mata air.
apakah sudah didapat?
Itu
Ya,
bagian
fotonya,
atas
sudah, Mbak.
harus tetap terlindungi.
Maybe
Orang tua
once
dulu
again,
mengatakan
I
itu
will
hanya
count 2,
orang
3.
tua. Biasanya
One,
waktu masih kecil
two,
kakek nenek
three.
sering ngomong itu. Jangan main
Thank
ke
you so much,
kulit kayu.
ladies and gentlemen. We will now move to the main session of today's public
Aman.
lecture.
Gitu.
We have two speakers today, Professor Xiaoming Cheng from the Kunming Institute of Zoology, Chinese Academy of Sciences, and also Dr. Yun Wu from the Yunnan Provincial Institute of Cultural Relics and Archaeology. And based on the agenda I received, Dr. Yun Wu will be the first presenter. Is that correct? Dr. Yun Wu or Professor Xiaoming Cheng?
Again?
Okay, Dr. Yun Wu will be the first presenter. I will give a little introduction. Dr. Yun Wu is a researcher at the Yunnan Provincial Institute of Cultural Relics and Archaeology in southwestern China. Her research focuses on the archaeology of Southwest China and Southeast Asia, particularly prehistoric rock art, Hobbesian tradition, lithic technology, and also cultural connection across the region. And today she will share her research mostly about rock art. Am I correct, Dr. Yun Wu?
Hello, everyone. It's my honor to give this lecture this morning, and I will introduce our process and project in southwestern China about the rock art. Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Yun Wu, you have around 20 to 30 minutes to give a presentation.
Okay.
Please, Dr. Yun Wu, the time is yours.
Okay. My first, okay. Everyone can see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Wu Yun, comes from the Yunnan Institute of Cultural Relics and Archaeology. Today, we are talking about our study and dating of rock art southwestern China. Today's presentation is mainly divided into the following 3 sections: distribution, motifs, and techniques of rock art in China, directly dating of rock art in southwestern China, and conclusions. So, over the past century, hundreds of rock art sites have been reported in China based on distribution, style, and technique. And rock art in China can be divided into 4 distinct geographic regions. The first region is Northern region, Eastern and Central region, Southwestern region, and the Qinghai-Tibetan Plateau region. First of all is North region, which distribution in the Inner Mongolia, Ningxia, and Xinjiang province, forming wide and long northern rock art corridors, engravings, and predominant with very few paintings. Most of images include various species of sheep, horse, deer, cattle, tiger, and so on. Hunting, grazing figures are also predominant. There are a considerable number of human face, pictographies, and other simple designs. Okay. Second is Qinghai-Tibetan Plateau region, which distribution in the core region of Qinghai-Tibetan Plateau, which reached the north to Kunlun Mountains, northeast to Qilian Mountains of Gansu, south to Jinsha River Gorge of northwestern Yunnan, and east to the northwestern Sichuan Plateau. Engravings are predominant with a few paintings panel. So the regional animals such as wild yak, wild goat, based on the livelihood. Common subjects almost include hunting wild yaks, many images of human religions, and highland benevolent culture, and reflect highland economic and cultural adaptation. So this is the eastern and the central region, which distribute in the core region of Henan, Shandong, Anhui, Chongqing, Jiangsu, Fujian, Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan. Most techniques is engravings and copies. So there are many abstract motifs with human faces and human figures, as well as images of water panels, snake patterns, boat branches, and void in eastern area. And central China has the most centrated area of copies so far discovered in China. So last is our focus. Southwestern region of Chinese rock art, mainly on Yunnan, Guizhou, Sichuan Plateau, and Guangxi, but also found in Chongqing, Hubei, and the southern Chinese province like Hainan in recent years, painted in red pigment with a few engravings. Mostly about human economic and social activities or regions ritual, with animals such as cattle, horse, goat, and other production-related livestock, and also with hand stencil and print. Summarized in this section, rock art of China is mainly found in ethnic minority area. Most of both rock art and minority distribution zones are coincide in terms of distribution zone exactly. According to graphologic and archaeological studies, the largest number of rock paintings boom from Neolithic to Bronze Age in China. This was also an important period in the formation and development of the major clans in China. And the rock painting tradition boom coincide with the formation and the development of important clans. Rock art of China is closely related to the culture and religion of ethnic minorities. Rock art largely reflected the economic and cultural life and the stage of social development of the ancient people in this country. So in southwest of China is one of the most biodiversity and ethnically diverse regions in the earth, and is the southern corridor belt of early modern human migrations in Eurasia. In this area, almost all types of rock art were discovered in here, which were made in rock shadows, caves, and borders based on the special location, history, and multi-ethnic cultural background. Rock art of areas is characterized by antiquity and diversity in Asia. This region not only borders an extensive collection of rock art created by ancient hunter-gatherers communities, but also constitute a core distribution zone for Chinese rock art. A cultural heritage predominantly concentrated in ethnic minority territories. Significantly, the geographic range of this archaeological treasure and minority settlements exhibit precious correspondence. So in the end of 20th century, we conduct a serious dating work in Huashan rock art, Guangxi, and Cangyuan rock art in Yunnan. So in 21st century, we worked in southwest China. Jinsha River, the upreach of Yangtze River, flows from the central Tibetan plateau and descends from the plateau via deep valleys in mountains northwestern Yunnan province. Flanked by high mountains, the Jinsha River flows in a southeasterly direction, roughly parallel with the Lancang River, which upreach of the Mekong River, and the Nu River, upreach of the Salween River. This area, part of the Henduan Mountains, is home to numerous ethnic groups, with traditions and languages like Naxi people, Yi people, Tibetan people, Lisu people, Humi people, and Bai people. So the rock painting in this region include naturalistic animal outline images, superficially resembling Magdalene paintings, and engravings on portable art objects from France and Spain, as well as the rock art of some part of India, Indonesia, like Sulawesi. The discovery of the regional extincted tapir in painting is important for the relative dating of Jinsha River rock art and archaeological excavations at Tangzigou sites in Baoshan have demonstrated that tapirs were extinct in the Yunnan at least 8,000 years ago. The rock painting at Baiyunwan Shelter, characterized by Neolithic depictions of wild animals, represent the typical rock art of the Jinsha River Valley. In 2008, Sino-Australia Collaborative Research conducted a dating studies on the Jinsha River rock art for the first time. Use cereals and copper dating from limestone from the Baiyunwan site suggest the age range of a deer painting of more than 5,000 years BP, and that an underlying painting was older than at least 3,400 years. Wanrendong Cave in Tiger Leaping Gorge is one of the only few cave painting sites in China, as most pictories are found in rock shadows, even though a majority of the ancient red paintings of Wanrendong Cave are buried beneath fluvial sediment. Of a high eucereals dating of 13 small speleothems with a total of 36 subsamples, and 5 samples located reveals that these red paintings were created during the Pleistocene to Holocene transition. Our result of the dating between 13,000 and 30,580 years BP. The rock painting in Wanren Cave are so far the oldest absolutely dating painting in China, and probably developed in Paleolithic hunter-gatherers. So we also do rock art dating again in Baiyunwan site in 2028. The result is more than the rock painting is to 7,000 years to 8,000 years BP. Baiyunwan rock shelters demonstrate immense potential of precious dating of the surviving Neolithic rock paintings else in mainland Southeast Asia. So the Langchang-Meigong River area, the Changyuan rock paintings distributed along the tributaries of Langchang-Meigong River in southwestern Yunnan feature a vast number of images and unique artistic techniques. Changyuan is an county of the Wa ethnic group in the southwestern part of Yunnan province. The area has a subtropical and tropical climate and a karst landscape of peat cluster and depression. So this is Changyuan rock paintings. Most of the Changyuan rock paintings portray scenes of activities such as hunting, animal herding, dancing, fighting, and plant growing. And from 2018 to 2020, we first implemented survey on the currently discovered rock painting site in Changyuan County. Through field investigations, measurement, and photography, we comprehensive documented the essential information of the rock paintings and conduct 3D scans and digital information recording for both the painting and their environment at 14 sites. This study is based on highly resolution images of Tangyuan rock paintings, exactly through 3D scan. The study methodically involved the detailed classification of the portrait composition into distinct zones. The first phase of Tangyuan rock painting includes sites 1, 2, 3, and 6, representing the most prolific and content-rich period among the 3 phases. It featured 658 human figures, 167 animals, and 297 other motifs, among with 102 scenes. This accounts for 68% of the extant Tangyuan rock art imaging, making the most prosperous stage of the Tangyuan rock painting tradition. So based on the ecologic analysis, set 1, 3, and 6 dominantly by ritual scenes with stronger religions and sacred character from one category, where set 2, which sense is highlighting the secular life, its most distinctive character, and like large-scale ritual development. But many people are living in the village sense. We have performed comprehensive use serials and carbon dating of secondary carbons as overlying and underlying the rock painting at 8 sites in Tangyuan County. And the result is from 3,800 to 2,700 year BP. Another very important rock painting group in southwestern China is the Huashan rock art, which based on the use serial.
You just got off the high with the Lyludian.
The rock paintings break it between 1,856 and 1,728 years BP, corresponding the middle to the end of Eastern Han Dynasty. Conclusions. According to the high-pressure use-series dating results, subject and styles, we divided the rock painting of southwestern China into 3 entirely distinguished periods. First period, the mobile hunter-gatherers of Paleolithic, as indicated by Jinsha River rock paintings, lasting from the late Pleistocene to early Holocene. The example of Wanzhendong Cave were dated by high-pressure use-series to more than 13,000 years BP, indicating a temporal coincide with the early Holocene warming period, suggesting a possible link between the rock painting activity and the climate change in Eurasia. Second period, the sedimentary farmers, as represented by Changyuan rock art period. The question of Changyuan rock painting coincide with the neolization process unfolding across the region. The translation not only reflects the local population's low livelihood product economic, but also mirrors the neolization process manifested in the imaginary contents of rock paintings. Third period, Huashan rock art period, when economic forms transition from mobile mixed economy to sedimentary agriculture. Social forms transitions from the tribes to kingdoms. Undoubtedly, rock painting transition was closely related to human immigration and information and the formation of modern minorities in southwestern China and the southeastern Asia. Thanks.
Well, thank you so much for the inspiring presentation, Dr. Yunwoo. So, Dr. Yunwoo presentation was about the development of rock art research in southwestern China and how dating methods have improved understanding of the age and also context of the rock art. And Dr. Yunwoo focused on the Jinsa and Lancang Mekong regions. Using U-series and radiocarbon dating, it shows that the rock art was created during different periods. So it is very inspiring for us, but we will continue with the next presentation first. We will have the discussion sessions afterwards. So our second speaker today, Professor Xiaoming Chang from the Kunming Institute of Zoology, Chinese Academy of Sciences. Professor Chang is a researcher specializing in ancient DNA and also human population history. He investigates prehistoric migration and also population interaction across East and Southeast Asia. And I just read his recent publication entitled Reconstructing the West-East Genetic Division in Indonesia Using Ancient Genomes, with also Dr. Yunwoo, and was also co-authored with our colleague, Bapak Ketut Wiratnyana, along with other researchers. And it shows the growing collaboration between Indonesian and also Chinese researchers. So without further ado, please, Professor Xiaoming Chang, the time is yours.
Thank you. Okay, I will share screen. Okay, can you see everyone?
Yes, I can see your share screen.
Okay. Thanks. Hello everyone. For the researchers in Indonesia, researchers from BRIN, and my name is Xiaoming Zhang. My major research is molecular paleontology, and I'm from Kunming Institute of Zoology and Chinese Academy of Sciences. And today I will share in my past research about population history between southern China and Southeast Asia. And today my topic is research on genetic and cultural exchange history between China and ASEAN. For my major is genomics, but today in my presentation, I will also include some background and the connection with archaeology, culture, and the language perspective. Yeah, so we know that for genus Homo, we origin and dispersed from the Africa, and around 30 million years ago, the because of the formation of the Eastern Africa Rift Valley. These events to postulate pushed the forest apes to move to the ground, and so the apes need to adaptation to the on the ground lifestyle. So it facilitate to human evolution. And we know that for our genus Homo, evolution have separated around 3 major phases, from Australopithecus and Homo erectus to our modern human, Homo sapiens. And along the evolution of our human kinds, so it is mostly will have happened a lot of important phenotypes evolution, include cognitive, diet, life history, and our posture and locomotion. Also, most also important is our brain evolution, body size, and shape. During the past around a million years ago, there was evolution to many diversified Homo species, but we know that among them, the most close cousins with us, with today modern humans, is like Neanderthal and dinosaur. The two also extinct species is our most closely cousins. And maybe most of us know about the information of these two important our cousins. Neanderthal, firstly found in around 1856 in Germany, and their life period around 430,000 years ago to 30,000 years ago. And from here you can see that Neanderthal also has some distinct morphology with our modern human, like lower and low skill and relatively larger brain capacity, and also stronger body bones, limb bones, like that. And this map shows that the distribution of the Neanderthal skeleton found in the Eurasia. And this one, that is Neanderthal genomes be sequenced in the past 20 years. And there has a book to introduction to more detail about Neanderthal. And another important Homo sapiens, that is dinosaur. Dinosaurs firstly found in 2008, and is found in southern Siberia in Russia. And after that, researchers also find dinosaurs clues in northern China, Gansu province. Also, they have found some one species in the site in northern Laos. Also, the researchers thinking that it belonged to the dinosaur. And this is marble teeth from this one is from Laos, this one from northern China. And you can see from the southern Siberia, northern China and Laos excavated and founded the site. And from the the Asian DNA communities in the past, researchers found that both Neanderthal and dinosaur, they contributed genetically contributed their genetic material to our modern humans, Neanderthal, dinosaur to our human, especially for the oceanic population, including Indonesia, like Papua, like Philippine Aboriginal minorities, and the genetic fragment from the archaic human, they also lead our modern human many phenotypes, include disease. Also, some of the case is that is good for our modern human, like high altitude adaptation or the Tibetan Highlanders in Qinghai, Tibet Plateau, the Tibetan ethnic group contributes their adaptation to here. So we know that in our body, in our human biology body, we know that DNA encodes our human organism, and genetic mutation have contributed to human diversity. Also, we know that between different ethnic groups, between different individuals, we have many genetic difference exists between us. And once a genetic mutation happened in our essential individual, it can be passed on to the offspring. So from our present day living peoples detected the distribution or the mutation patterns of different pattern or the spring that can be clarify genetic relationship between us and trace their common ancestry. And we know that for the DNA, we have there have three primary elements. One is nuclear DNA, that is inherited by both parents, and Y chromosome DNA only inherited from the father to son, and the mitochondrial DNA is only inherited from mother to daughter. So from the genetic community and from the archaeology, so we know that from Homo erectus, archaic modern human, and the Homo species, we know that from the history, we know that Southeast Asia, is locating in the crossroad in the peopling of Asian and Oceanic. So that is why we focus on studying in southern China, southwest China to Southeast Asia. Because we know that there exists a lot of highly diversified genetic diversity, ethnic diversity, and cultural diversity exist in this region. So this is exemplified by Indonesia. That's what we diversified environment and were extreme diversified ethnic group in Indonesia. And one of our work in the past, we focused on the Cambodia. We know that almost all the populations today in Cambodia is the Hmong Khmer speaker. That is belong to the Austroasiatic language family, and we studied their a lot of ethnic group from the northeastern province, because most of the ethnic group there is distributed in there. So that is some of the representative photos of the ethnic group in Cambodia. And we performed the genetic study and under the comprehensively composition with a global database. And first, from the that is mitochondrial DNA, from the maternal inherited DNA. we find many of the, in the global modern human mitochondrial DNA tree, the phylogenetic tree, we find many novel and basal or ancient lineage found in the Cambodians. And this lineage is not found before in here. And also we can find that many predominant haplogroups in Cambodia is highest frequency and diversity in local. It suggested that this lineage is maybe local, local origin and dispersed to the surrounding region. However, from the pattern of inherited Y chromosome DNA, we find that in Cambodia, there are dominant lineage is around 70% belong to this lineage in the global human East Asia trees. And we find that this lineage is from the diversity, from the frequency, from the network of this lineage haplotype, and the coalescence age of this lineage in different regions, southern China, mainland Southeast Asia, and island Southeast Asia, and northern India. We find that it's climbed from southern China and to other region. So it seems like also the most high diversity is found in the southern China. So it is contract with mitochondrial DNA. That is seems that the Australoasiatic speakers in Southeast Asia, it seems likely that it happened in the gender-biased admixture along the monk miles history in here, and majorly that their paternal lineage is from southern China, but there are the mix where when they migration to the Southeast Asia, they are mixed with local women. And also when this language speakers dispersed to North India, it's also, it seems like it's men migrated and local women, a mixture in Northern India. And further, we explored the whole genome sequencing for these populations. And in the tree, we can find that Cambodia aborigines is distinct, relatively distinct from other populations in East Asia and Southeast Asia. And also you can see their genetic components is, is what we, distinct and shared high proportion with genetic components also with southern China, this red color genetic component. Also, we can see that in Cambodia, some smaller genetic components is from South Asia. And in the genome-wide scan, we also find many local adaptation genetic mutations in this population. And you can see that many of the genes that correlate with many adaptive phenotypes, chance that is adapting to the rainforest environment, like curly hair, wide nose, and short stature. Many of the causal gene and their mutations is likely local origin. So that is independent. We inferred that that is independent evolution of these phenotypes in local. Also, we compared the more dark skin indigenous populations in Southeast Asia with more lighter ethnic people in Han Chinese in China, and we find this gene OCA2 gene, this the mutation is crucial for these phenotypes. So from the animal models, we find that it can make a lighter skin, and that is the genetic mechanism or the origin of the lighter skin, or in East Asia in Chinese people. And as mentioned before, because in Southeast Asia, there are a lot of diversified human resource, and ethnic groups is here. So in mainland Southeast Asia, the Indochina Peninsula, we opened a genome project to perform the large-scale genome sequencing in all the countries. Widely collaboration with research institute in these countries, include Myanmar, Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Malaysia. We widely to perform the deep genome sequencing for more than around maybe 60 geographic populations. And from here, we know that we find many novel genetic diversity, genetic polymorphism in this region that even not found in global populations before. And also from the large-scale genome-wide data, we find many, the natural selection signals happen in these populations, and many of the natural selection signals related to the adaptation phenotypes or the tropical rainforest and disease, include this trends include immunity, reproduction, and metabolism. We find many signals of this selection signal, and it is of great significance for precision medicine and public health in the future. And also, we find plenty of the archaic human integration signals in the mainland Southeast Asian populations, especially the Denisovan's integration. It seems like that multiple wave integration happen in this region. Okay, so previously, I introduced our some work for the modern human ethnic group study, and here, following, I will share some studies of from the Asian DNA, that is study for the past human. So, what is Asian DNA? We know that Asian DNA is referred to the DNA molecules or ancient organism obtained from archaeological materials, fossils, biological remains, and prehistoric sediments. And we know that ancient DNA has some characters that distinct from the modern DNA. That is one with small content, and ancient DNA is severely fragmented. The fragment is very short. And the last one is the Asian DNA is severe damaged. That is fragmented and damaged. So this characters that is contribute to us that we distinguish our research. Is checked the DNA that is from the ancient samples, and that is distinct from the modern contamination. we can identify and separate the the contamination and the original Asian DNA. That is our research group, our lab. That Asian DNA lab is need very strict conditions, air condition, cleaner, and many instruments. To conduct the DNA, because Asian DNA, I introduced before that, because very low content, it's very easily contaminated by the modern DNA. So we need to perform it very strictly. And when we get a surface, how we perform the Asian DNA work? After we get the samples, fossil, subfossil, the skeleton, we will remove the surface, include the urine and scrap, to remove the contaminants in the surface, and we will use a small fragment to make into the powder, and the powder will be in the tube, will be digestion by the least buffer, and will be absorbed by the chemistry element, and that will be washed in the wash buffer and elution. And after we get the elution DNA, we will quantify it, the quality, the amount, the quality of it, and after that we will build with this exchanged DNA to library for sequencing, and we will qualify the quality, and after we get the data to check what rise the Asian DNA's damage pattern. After that, we will select the candidate good preserved samples, and for further sequencing, for library enrichment by probe, a human DNA probe, to enrichment the content of the human DNA. And after qualifier, and we will resequencing again, and alignment with reference sequence. After contamination assessment and removal of the low quality data, we will use the what we clean data to perform population genetics, and compare the data with the global data with the bioinformatics. Yes, so we know that like Professor Dr. Wu introduced, in Southern China, Southwest China, and Southeast Asia is connected. Also, not only there find many earlier cultural sites from the archaeology survey. One example is we all know that the Hopi culture, that is connected by this region. Also, we know that many relic so found here include Hagi coffee. Hagi coffee found many in this place, and sarcophagus stamp also found this region, and local art like the Dr. Wu introduced, and the sheer middle culture we found in this place, plenty of site. So I introduced some of our work here from the this region. This is from southeastern Yunnan province. That is Malodong cave, around 14,000 years ago. Human skulls, and we get the DNA from the sample. We find that this individual belong to the earlier Neolithic Southeast Asian lineage, and the related This is diversified lineage is distinct, but the most related lineage from the manufactured DNA today is living in Tibetan Highland region and Southeast Asia. Yeah, the related population is here. Also, our one work is from northern China. Yeah, from near the Yellow River. You know, it is archaeological site around 5,000 years ago. It's found many beautiful pottery. Yeah, it's very good quality. Also, archaeologists find many animal bones, big animal bones, but they don't know what species they eat. So using the ancient DNA, we identified this animals is from the tropical forest species like gar, and most important is Sumatra rhinos. 5,000 years ago, they distributed in northern China. Also, our another work that is for the Hagi coffee custom. We get the DNA from the coffee and find that this culture likely originated from the coastal southern East Asia and migrated to south and west. And also when this custom disposed to like northern Thailand, Southeast Asia, is maybe most happened the cultural disposal and limited human migration. That is the cultural assimilation pattern. And in China, in Yunnan province, in western or the distribution region or this custom, it's said that from the record is the Bo people's Hagi coffee. So who is the Bo people? That is a question. Bo people today only found in Yunnan province, and their population size is very small. The Bo people today is around 5,000 people. Population size. And we also we compared the genomic data with the Hagi coffee old ancient people's DNA, and we found that from Yunnan, Guangxi, and the northern Thailand Hagi coffee sites, we find that most of the genetic components of these populations from the coastal, southern East Asia, and around more than 1,200 years ago, they absorbed some genetic components from the northern China, and after this custom disposed to northern Thailand, they have happened with admixture from this population with local Hopi hunter-gatherers. Is admixed in local.
Professor Cheng, I'm sorry, you have around 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. So lastly, I will introduce our recent work, the publication recently that our work together with BRIN, with Dr. Kittu, to restructuring the Western Eastern genetic division in Indonesia using the Asian genome. And if for 5 minutes, okay, I will go through this. And we know that the human history is very earlier in Southeast Asia, and we know that earlier human is divided to branch majorly East Asia and Australasia here, and from the genetic data, the Hopi divided from Laos and Malaysia find that the people is more close with Andamanese, and the Tolian individual from the Sulawesi is more close with the Papua group, and is indicated earlier divergency, and also other genetic research it also indicates that from manufactured DNA, Y chromosome DNA also find that there exists significant divergence from Western and Eastern Indonesia. Also from the genome Y, you can find the genetic clan and the divergence. So what is our question is when this happen, the divergence, what time the formation, and what's the extent of this pre-Neolithic forages persist in the genome or the living populations. So we open the research in Loyang Mendal Cave that we successful the 2 samples for genome data and dating around 3,300 years ago and 1,700 years ago. And this two now from the Loyang Mendal Cave is from the archaeology record that is different layers reflected the record of cultural change during included Hokkien, Austronesian, and the Southeast Asian Neolithic period. Yes, so this site is why that is important for study this question. Is to provide the genetic level of the region and hitting homid usually distributed Asian DNA. This is what we real genomes published before, and we compared these genomes from the published data, like include the living populations in this region, around 20 populations, and include some published ancient genomes from the Indonesia and some other place or as a comparison. So from the principal component analysis, we can find that the Loyang Mendal Cave individuals clustered in west, along the west or the wetlands land, and from the genetic cluster, we can find that majorly find 4 clusters in Indonesia. One is related with Papua and the Tolian individual from the Sulawesi. Another one is a Hokkien culture related cluster, and one is Western Indonesia related component, and the last one is Eastern Indonesia cluster. And from the we compared the ancient genomes with the modern human and find that the modern ethnic group is shared the genetic component with ancient populations here. So indicated the continuity between the ancient and contemporary population in Indonesia. And we also find that for the Papua ancestry is negative correlated with longitude, and the Australasiatic and related genetic components is positive correlation with longitude. That is says that Eastern Indonesia is shared more Papua ancestry, and the Western is more close with mainland Southeast Asia. Also, we find that all the Eastern and the Western population share high level of the genetic component with Austronesia genome from the Taiwan, and the Eastern and Western difference is always significant, and both of them share high level of affinity with Taiwan individuals. And we modeled the genetic component from the published data and our data. We can find that all the Indonesian ancient populations share the Australasia related ancestry, and Papua related ancestry is only found in Eastern Valence, and the Hopian components is shared by the Western. And from the tree, we also find that you can see the Hopian population is influenced through the Royal Medallic cave individual. And from the Papua populations, it's influenced some Asian populations in Western Indonesia. And this, okay. Quantified, we find that the Western Asian Indonesian populations is around 35% of the Hopian related ancestry, and the Eastern populations is around also 35% of the Papua related ancestries. That is difference from Eastern and Western, and also this suggests that there's a considerable genetic continuity from the foreigners and the later populations here. And in modern populations in Indonesia, we find that, while we limited, the hunter-gatherers population's genetic component around 5%, but in the Eastern, they are also preserved around more than 10% to 50% from the Papua related genetic components, and the Australasian populations components is preserved stable, and some populations near the Valence line in southern, you can see that what we feel level or detectable or Hopian is already crossed the Valence line in living a ethnic group. So finally, we propose that there are two major steps that Eastern and Western populations, they have diversity in the around earlier Holocene, but after the Australasian expansion, they both influenced the Eastern and West. But this happened is not erase the earlier structure, and the later human history, that Neolithic Malay Southeast Asian migration and the Papua-related background migration, this complicated events preserved the structures in Indonesia populations, West and East. And for the Royal Medallic cave, we find the Australasian Hopian and Monkomile, Australasiatic related component, component, and this is in line with the archaeology evidence that found in 3 different layers. So that is for our find for discussion is one is different layers of the diverging events in here, and the present West-East cline is not a simple modern gradient. It is palimpsest of the ancient structure plus repeated maritime interaction. This framework connects naturally with archaeology. Hopian associate Western tradition and totally related Eastern context in Indonesia. And the Neolithic ceramics, thievery, and exchange network. And for integrating ancestry streamed from the China and ASEAN narrative, how became related Asian and mainland Southeast Asian important for Western Indonesia, and Australasia related East Asia associated with movement from the southeastern China and Taiwan Island and Philippines to island East Asia, Southeast Asia. Our Asian genomes provide direct echoes that transformed this from a model based on present-day DNA into a time-restored historic hypothesis. And Australasia-related essentially spread widely across the archipelago, and this expansion did not erase all the regional structure. It overlaid its existing Western and Eastern Asian background. So from archaeology to genomics bridge, cultural areas are not biological containers. The cultures can not directly genetic levels, and the genomes also can test whether material transitions correspond to migration, cultural diffusion, intermarriage, or social boundary maintenance. From language perspective, Australasia disposal as a multiple dimensional process. Genetic evidence supports widespread of the Australasia ancestry, but language spread is not identical to population replacement. Western Indonesia may preserve deeper mainland associated ancestry, and Eastern Indonesia will intense interaction among Australasia speaker, Papua related, and local communities. So why our this work strengthens China-ASEAN storylines. Coastal Southeast China also include Taiwan remain central for understanding Australia-related disposal, and the mainland Southeast Asia link help explain Western Indonesia affinity and later Neolithic interaction. Okay, so except this, we also find some interesting clues. Like one example is this is found in Yunnan province that ancient Dian kingdoms, the Bronze Age building, and this is very similar with Batak Toba people or Sumatra. So we are just interested in what happened in this region from the history. And another one is you can see their culture, their building from this is from Australia's aesthetic speakers in Yunnan province, and this is Nyans or Gayos in Sumatra. So that's maybe also our unknown history between them. Also, we found the shared Median culture also in Yunnan province, also in Sumatra, and find a lot of sites. So maybe also reflect the connected history. That is what we can focus in the future about the history behind these cultures between Southern China and Indonesia. So our questions is long, I think, friendly cooperation research between Southern China and Indonesia. What's the parallelistic human connection between here, and what include megafauna origin and migration history between this place. From the past to the present, our regional ethnic diversity has formed. So we are suggesting that international rivers and tropical rainforests serve as corridors and channels for human genetic and cultural exchange throughout the history between China and ASEAN. And how the genetic and cultural exchange. We know that today, China, also Asia, the relationship we are to building up a community with a shared future for together. So from the background, in the scientific research, I think we have the chance for promotion, the understanding and the connectivity among science and technology and ethnic group, culture, people's heart, I think, between China and Asia. Yeah, and in the future, there also have many opportunities to apply together the research funding in China, such as International Joint Innovation Platform, International Jointly Library. Yeah, we apply it, and maybe we will try again. Also, this one project for international science and technology cooperation. Wisdom Gallery program for young scientists from the Southeast Asia. Yeah, for every year. Yeah, for many times to gallery for this project. And finally, we'll briefly introduce our institute, Kunming Institute of Zoology, Chinese Academy of Sciences. Our institute is located in southwest China in Yunnan province, neighboring South Asia and Southeast Asia. Is a multiple discipline research institute in the field of biodiversity. Our institute has a large instrument infrastructure of the primary study and a large instrument center. Also, the high level of biosecurity center, and we have national key library also. And our research group is primarily focusing on the human origin and environmental adaptation. Also, we are focusing on the prehistoric mammalian diversity research. So we are always welcome international young talents to come to cooperation and pursue the master PhD. We welcome the international students post. Okay, thank you so much. Welcome to China. Welcome to Yunnan province, and we are warmly welcome everyone. And thanks everyone today give us this chance to share our work in the past that's related with the history of the southern China, Southeast Asia. So thanks all, and thank you so much. That's all. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Professor Cheng, for sharing your research with us and also promoting possible research collaboration in the future. Without further ado, I will now begin the discussion session. Hopefully, all the participants can directly ask the speakers by raising the hand in the Zoom. If you have any questions, you can ask in bahasa and I will try to translate it. Bapak Ibu yang punya pertanyaan langsung bisa raise hand dan bertanya dalam bahasa Indonesia juga tidak apa-apa.
So sorry about the time.
It's okay.
Thank you for understanding.
We're still in time. If there is no anyone who wants to ask directly, I will read a few questions from the chat box. Okay, the first is from Pak Bagus S. Latif. It is for both of the speakers. The question is, how can archaeological and historical evidence of multicultural interaction between China and Indonesia contribute to the development of inclusive cultural tourism policies that respect religious diversity while promoting sustainable heritage tourism? And I think both Professor Cheng or Dr. Yunwoo can answer this question?
Yeah. So yeah. From archaeologists, I just know some background about this question, and we know that the Australasia before the research community to know that it dispersed from in Taiwan, but recent yes, we find more details in a international research group that find more details about Austronesia's disposal route could be expanded to the southern coastal China, like Fujian province, like this region is find some archaeology site is related with the Austronesia culture. Also, the genomes from Liangdao Island, that is about we near from Taiwan and Fujian province. The genome finds that it is directly correlated with Austronesia's expansion history. And we also find another direction from the southern China to here, that maybe Mongkoma speaker, Austroasiatic speaker, also Tai speakers are dispersed from southern China, and their migration to west, and from the mainland Southeast Asia dispersed to here. Also, the we introduced that the Hopi culture as a hunter-gatherer culture in this region. We find that maybe this culture also from southwest China and Myanmar, like this place, and southward to mainland Southeast Asia from Sumatra. The population and culture disposal history is like that. Also, we are thinking that what is the relationship with Austroasiatic speakers with the Hopi culture? What is the relationship? Because today, also some ethnic group in Sumatra is Austroasiatic speakers. We are interested in what's their history that are connected by with southern China history or this population migration. Maybe some clues is from rock art or other archaeology evidence. Maybe Dr. Wu Yun introduce some about this background. History and culture between Southern China and in Southeast Asia, in Indonesia. Any comments about any introduction?
Because till now we haven't found any evidence in China or between China and Indonesia rock art paintings, some relationship. And as you know, the Indonesia Sulawesi's rock painting is too old, but our oldest rock painting in China just more than 13,000 years ago. So we have no exactly evidence between these two countries.
Okay, so hope our answers is understand.
Oke, thank you so much Profesor Cheng and Dr. Yunwoo. Bapak Bagus, apakah sudah menjawab? Apakah sudah terjawab pertanyaannya? Saya rasa I think we should continue to the next question. It is from Bapak Muhammad Basir. he asked two questions.
Yeah.
The first question, I think it's for Dr. Yunwoo.
Yeah.
The question is, your U-series dating results are methodologically impressive. However, the correlation between rock painting activity and early Holocene climate change in Eurasia raises an interpretive question. Is this a causal relationship or merely a temporal coincidence? Dating precision does not automatically validate cultural interpretation. More specifically, given that similar U-series dating has been applied to rock art sites in Indonesia, such as Liang Metanduno in Sulawesi, with its contested 67,800 BP claim, how do you assess the comparative reliability of U-series methodology across different limestone environments and pigment composition in Southwest China versus island Southeast Asia? Are the margin of errors and contamination risk comparable?
Okay, thank you for your question. And the first question, the dating results of Jinsha River rock paintings coincide pressures with climate change, so their cultural impact is still under investigation due to the very limited numbers of archaeological sites from the same period in this region. And the second question, the accuracy of U-series dating of rock painting is closely tied to the sampling method and the sampling location. There is indeed a risk of contamination during this process, but it can be avoided if we employ proper sampling techniques. Since I'm not an expert in dating, I'm an archaeologist, so I also do not know much about whether the environmental conditions at the two areas have any effect on the samples. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, it is because you have a group of researchers to do this research, yes?
Yeah, another collaborations to dating U-series dating.
Yes, we have dating expert to do the dating dating progress. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I hope it answered the Bapak Muhammad Basir question. We move to the next question from Bapak Muhammad Basir. The second question is, I think it's for Professor Cheng. The question, I will read the question. The Indochina Peninsula Genome Project is scientifically compelling. However, I would like to raise two concerns. First, on visual representation, the illustrated figure labeling physical traits, curly hair, darker skin, broader nasal morphology, risk exoticizing the very population being studied. In the context of post-colonial archaeology and anthropology, how does the research team ensure that the visual and narrative framing of this project does not reproduce racial essentialism, even when the underlying genetic data is valid? And the second question, on relevance to Indonesia, have samples from the Indonesian archipelago, particularly from Papua, Nusa Tenggara, and Sulawesi population, which carry some of the deepest genetic lineage in this region, been integrated into this project, or is it still confined to mainland Indochina population? Because without island data, any genomic claim about China-Indonesia connectivity will remain structurally incomplete. Maybe you can answer this, Professor Cheng.
Yeah. First question is, in southern China, there are a lot of human fossils found, but we know that many fossils not studied the very depths, and many studies focus on the morphology, and they have a lot of controversial about the the history and the affinity of the human fossils classification. And our work to now is to try to get DNA from this plenty of the human fossils in southern China, and we know that because in southern China it is very humid, and the condition is not good for the preservation of the fossil DNA. So till to now, it's very limited. The publication is successful for this fossils, and so the main question that is what is relationship with in Southeast Asia, right? From the archaeologists, from the morphology, from the Asian DNA. I think that is long time needed to afford more work to answer this question. Because till to now, what we few work is successful from the Asian DNA in southern China. It's what we limited, and most of the publication from another group, many. We know today there are around more than 10 research group is engaging in the ancient DNA work in China. But most of the published data successful study is for what we after late Neolithic period of the fossils to successful the DNA. So that is a challenge, but it's a result to afford more work. And second question, that is second question is from the research community, that is what we limited publication that in Indonesia, in Southeast Asia, Asian DNA work. They have some publication, but also include the modern human genetics studies. We can see from the slide that this is what we limited here to compare. So I think in the future we can compare more of these studies, and to pursue these studies include the modern living ethnic group like in Sumatra, in Sulawesi, to compare their genetic history with local ancient populations, or what their genetic relationship is, continuity or the mixture or replacement between them. And we can also find that from the archaeology context, it is a different kind of culture from the earlier Holocene time and to the Neolithic time. It's what we rich culture, and till to today is diversified human culture, ethnic group is here. So that is the future, I think, to compare more data. That our recent work is just, I think, small work that is to explore the question that the population history here. Okay.
Thank you so much, Professor Cheng. So maybe for other regions of Indonesia, it's for a future collaboration between Indonesian and Chinese researcher to broaden our understanding of this migration and also interaction. We move to the next questions from Ibu Yuniarti. I will read the question. Greetings, I'm a member from Defense Heritage Society and Indonesian Young Museum Professional Forum. I would like to ask whether is there any plan to have a joint exhibition, virtual or in reality, showcasing this China-Indonesia archaeology connectivity? Can you share some tips from China how to attract the interest of young generations in learning the cultural history in order to building solidarity? Okay, maybe it's for both speakers. You may answer this question.
Yeah, this is very important. Just we always talk together with Professor Hito always talk that for young talent cultivation also includes training to study in China and cooperation here to exchange the young talent exchange cultivate also from archaeologists, from genetics, from Asian DNA. We can answer many questions. In China, in Yunnan province, we have some supposed suggested archaeology site that could be invite the local archaeologists or young talents to go to there to visit. We also plan do some excavation there. And here, maybe in the future, if we have chance, if we get the funding, more funded together, we can try to find the good site to excavation or study together, both from the senior professors, senior archaeologists, and include, I think most important is to include the young talents or let them to study together from the multidisciplinary background like what I introduced from genetics, from archaeologists, from social science, from language, from culture, from historic. I think we can together work more, open more cooperation work in the future from China, from here, together.
Thank you so much for the answer, Professor Cheng. For all participants, do you have any more questions to the speakers? Bapak Ibu, apakah ada yang masih
welcome.
ingin bertanya?
Sorry, that's maybe many answers. It's not so clear. Sorry for that.
Maybe I will be the one that will ask the question. It is for Dr. Yunwoo. It is very interesting about the rock art in southwestern China, and you mentioned about rock art in Sulawesi. From your perspective, do you see any similarities?
Similar the Jinsha River rock art, because the style is the naturalistic style. Just the style is very similar.
How about the techniques? Do you see the similarities in also the techniques to make the rock art between the southwestern China and also in Indonesia?
Also use red pigment for the rock painting, and also depict the naturalistic animals. I think the style is more similar. But in Indonesia, the rock art is Sulawesi is very, very old. Now, so I can't directly say is some relationship between Jinsha River rock art and the Sulawesi rock art.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Maybe I will ask one more question to Professor Cheng.
Yes.
As you said earlier that your recent work is just early work for future collaboration. What do you think the next important archaeological sites in Indonesia that could answer the remaining questions about human migration in island Southeast Asia?
Yeah, that is a good question. From our perspective, we are seeking that because like I introduced in the slide, we are interested in, include the Hokkien culture from Southwest China to here. What is the story or the distribution or this largely place, and also the Hmong Khmer speakers, Austroasiatic language speakers today till to today is distribution in there and here, and also in mainland Southeast Asia, a lot of ethnic groups there, and we are also interested in what is their history from between them. In the earlier period, what is their migration history and why they distributed so widely and until to now, and also the relationship from Hokkien together to Austroasiatic. Also, what is the relationship? Also, is our interested question. So, from this perspective, we are interested in the future that do some researches, maybe like the Hokkien culture-related archaeology sites from the multidisciplinary study and research. Also, like I introduced in the slide, that if there are any unknown history between the Batak Toba populations with ancient Dan kingdom in Yunnan province, what is there any connection, any clues about the relationship? Also, the Shell Maiden culture in central Yunnan province and in Sumatra, a lot of shell mount sites in this place, and also you can see that the monks must speak their building, their house till to today is very similar in Nyas, in Gayo populations. Maybe their house, their building also very similar with Austroasiatic speakers in Yunnan, include Wa ethnic group, Bulan ethnic group, De'an ethnic group. They are Hmong Khmer speakers today. So it is a clues we find many very similar cultural element is found there. But what is history? We are interested to study in the future, and so hoping we hope that in the future can more discuss and more cooperation with researchers here from BRIN, from Indonesia, to broadly do the more as possible as our we can to study open more works. Thank you.
Yes, Professor Cheng, we really hope to have future collaboration, because as you said, we have many similarities, but it raises a lot of questions and very little answer. So we really do hope that we can have many collaboration in the future. So I will ask again to all participants, if you have any questions, We still have a little bit more time. If there are no other questions, I must end today's public lecture. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our speakers, Professor Xiaoming Cheng and also Dr. Yun Wu, for the sharing your research and for the inspiring and for promoting future collaboration. We really do hope that we both have research that we can do together. And I would also like to thank all participants who joined us. We hope this lecture has provided new perspective on the long history of connections between China and Southeast Asia, particularly Indonesia, and also encourage future research and collaboration. Thank you once again. Have a pleasant day and enjoy the rest of your activity. We look forward to seeing you at our next public lecture and webinar series. See you and take care. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Professor Cheng and Dr. Yun Wu.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So, we're so happy today for share our work together. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll
See you.
get back.
See you
Yes.
soon. See you next time. Hope to see everyone next time.
Okay, maybe we can do the on-site public lecture if you visit Indonesia next time.
Yeah. We'll hope so. And we'll also welcome everyone to China to visit our culture, visit our archaeology sites. Yeah. I think more exchange the ideas, exchange the cultures. Yeah. To share.
Yes, it's very interesting. Thank you for the invitation to go to China. See you again, Professor Cheng and Dr. Yun Wu. Is it in the afternoon or still morning over there?
Yeah. Well, afternoon we will stay here also, and at the night. Yeah, our flight is at the night.
Oh.
So afternoon we will still here. Yeah.
Okay. So you're still in Indonesia, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you once again for our speaker.